So for those of you guys who've been following my Instagram, you'll know that my setup has been a constant evolution. I keep building and rebuilding it and making it better each time. And so in this video, I really can't wait to show you what we've got for the next upgrade. So welcome to my current gaming setup. It's taken me the best part of 2 years to put together, and let's just say a fair bit of cashola, but I've really enjoyed the whole thing, and it's kind of an ongoing project which I just keep improving as we go. So yes, we've got some pretty cool bits and bobs here and there to add, but the main focus of today is lighting. Now a lot of you guys commented saying in my original setup video that this was one of the main weaknesses of the project, so let's just say that by the end of today, I don't think it will be. So first of all, we've got the Nanoleaf Aurora. Now this is a smart LED lighting kit, and it's modular, which means that you can actually connect it in just about any orientation you want. You think of a shape, and as long as you can make it with this set of triangles, you're good to go. I had a pretty fun time trying to get these out the box, but once you do, you realize it's absolutely packed. Not only have you got the 9 lights, but you've got 9 connectors, mounting stencils, mounting strips made by 3M tape, and then 3 different cables. So after a fair bit of deliberation, I decided that I needed 2 starter kits, so the plan is to have one set of lights on one side of the setup and another on the other side. And following the instruction manual is pretty straightforward, it all seems to make sense. The only thing that was kind of concerning me a little bit is how much cable there is. This is kind of meant to be a clean, minimalistic product, and it was a little bit concerning, but after you actually connect it all up, you realize it's quite easy to hide. And when you plug them in, the effect is really impressive. These are incredibly bright panels, and they can produce everything from a deep sunset red to a perfect white. Now the main way it connects to the wall is through 3M tape, which was a little bit concerning when setting up, but it didn't seem to pose a problem, and these have now been up for about a week, and none of them have fallen off, so that's cool. And just look at it. I mean, the camera is not quite doing it justice. It's not capturing the vibrancy of the color, but this is adding a huge amount of ambience to the room. So next up, Phillips Hue. So I've managed to get hold of, again, a starter kit for that, and it's perfect. I've got 3 light bulbs in my room, and this one has 3 bulbs in it. I checked about 5 times to make sure I actually got the correct bulb fitting, because I've done this in the past, and I managed to buy the wrong bulbs, which was pretty annoying. So I actually had a bit of trouble setting up the Phillips Hues. The way they're meant to work is you get the hub and you plug it directly into your router and it should automatically connect, but for some reason it couldn't locate my bulbs, and I spent about 5 or 6 hours trying to sort it out. Real pain. But I have to say, when I did get it working, it was worth the wait, because there's just something about using voice commands to control the way your room looks that puts a smile on my face every time. I've also just replaced my current mouse mat with something equally as large, but this time with even less friction than before. So also adding a pretty interesting little keyboard to the setup. I'm going to connect this to the MacBook and use it for just about all my essays and writing. And this is the Lofree. It's a blue switches mechanical keyboard inspired by typewriters, and it's really, really nice to type on. Not the quietest thing out there, but I think it makes up for it with the typing speed you can get. Next up, dbrand, and more specifically a full skin for the PS4 Pro in the Mrwhosetheboss colours. So we've got the blue and white theme going on there. I spent quite a bit of time on the website making sure I perfectly matched it. Unfortunately, I didn't really get a perfect fit here. It's partially my fault, but also partially I don't think the skin is particularly well made. From a distance at least, I think it looks really good and probably now fits better with the setup. I know this barely counts as a setup addition, but I've also added a nice little lens mug from eBay. So guys, that is the setup for now. I think we'll call this V2.0. There's definitely still a lot to be done. In terms of the PC, I want to upgrade the GPU. That's kind of falling behind a bit. I've currently got the GTX 980 Ti, so the 1080 Ti is quite a significant step above that. I want to get a Nintendo Switch involved, definitely get rid of this chair, but most importantly, I want to replace the TV. So you may realize that not too long ago I did a video on the Samsung QLED TVs, and to be honest, I think those would fit perfectly with the room. So the idea is that they're very, very slim and can mount directly onto your wall with no extrusion whatsoever. They don't use OLED, they use something called QLED, which basically means the dots are not individually backlit as they would be on an OLED panel, but as a result you actually get a cheaper display which also has a lot of color vibrancy. So the blacks you get on this won't be quite as deep as that of an OLED panel in which individual pixels actually switch off, but what you do get is viewing angles. So for the times when you're playing that console from the bed and you're sitting quite far away at quite an obscure angle, whereas most TVs would distort the image, that's not what you get with the QLED one, so that seems to be the one to go for so far. So I can't wait to show you version 3.0 of the gaming setup. I'll probably make a video on that in about a month's time. And if you did enjoy the video, I would really appreciate it if you smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That would really help me out, and you won't miss any future videos. With that being said, I'm Mr. Who's the Boss, and I'm signing out.